Hello everyone. Bailey, Valerie, Olive, Athena, Hendrix. Have you ever wondered why they put rock salt on streets and roads to melt the snow and the ice in the wintertime? Well, probably not for Bailey and Olive and Hendrix because it doesn't get that cold out where you are. But in Chicago it does. You have to either plow the snow or melt it. And in Chicago, plowing the snow is difficult because there's no place to put it. So they put rock salt on the road. Now, rock salt is the same compound that's in table salt at home, but it hasn't been purified, so don't ever taste the rock salt they sprinkle on the roads. Now, the question is, does that salt melt the ice by making it warmer or by lowering the freezing point of water below the actual temperature? Well, here's an experiment you can do that can give you the answer. I can show you some things here, but you can do an even better job at home with help from Mom and Dad. This glass contains crushed ice. It's been in here for about 15 minutes or so. Beginning to melt a little bit, but you don't really see any effect on the outside of the glass. Now, this glass also contains crushed ice, but I put a few tablespoons full of salt in this glass as well. Now, it's hard to see the melting. It's actually melting faster than this ice, but is it getting any warmer? Let me show you something. There's nothing from the air condensing on this glass. Remember in the lesson we had a while ago that air has water vapor, and sometimes when that water vapor turns to a liquid, it's called condensing. Okay. Then you can get rain or snow. It falls to the ground. Okay. Now, if that water vapor in the air touches something that's cold enough, it'll condense and maybe even freeze. Now look what is on the outside of this glass where the ice and the salt were. That's ice. See, I had to scrape a hole in it there. It started out by condensing, forming a cloud, and then it froze. There's ice here. Why is there ice here, not here? Because this glass is colder than this one. Even though they're both in the same room, the room's at the same temperature, it's the same ice, but this ice doesn't have anything in it, so it melts very slowly and at the freezing temperature of water, which is 32 degrees. This ice has salt in it, so it melts at a much, much lower temperature. In fact, it melts at such a low temperature that the water vapor in the air freezes when it touches the outside of the glass. This ice that has salt in it melts and freezes at a much, much lower temperature than ice does without anything dissolved in it. So if you put the salt on the ice, it'll melt so that it's safe to drive. But it doesn't melt the ice by warming it up. It melts the ice by lowering the freezing point of water below the temperature of the weather. So what you get is very, very cold water instead of ice. And that's why we put salt on the highways to melt snow and ice in the wintertime. Not to make the snow and ice warmer to melt, but to lower the freezing point of water so that it melts. Okay? Learn something? Hope so. Until next time, bye-bye.